Okay. I have recorded 5 recorded 5 whole videos. None of them you're working in. So I made a video complaining about those 5 videos. And in that video, my audio was not recording in that. Also, Dynast and Dynast, welcome to Waffling episode. Oh my god. You know, I was talking about some other topics before, but I gotta change up the vibe. I'm so disheveled right now. I had my whole day planned out. I was gonna edit a couple of these. I was gonna have whole plan gone to poop. Whole plan gone to poop. But the point of this is that don't give up. Never give up. Never give up. Never give up. Okay. Even when life slaps you and kicks you and throws you down the stairs, yeah, don't give up. Stand up tall and proud, and get back to it. Get back to it. And on that note of when life kicks you down, get back to it. Let's talk about throwers. I would like somebody, anybody, that consistently like throws games, and I don't mean like, oh, they're bad. I mean like they will be in a game and then maybe their teammate makes a mistake, or even they're just not playing up to par, and then they literally will type in chat, GG, enjoy the loss, guys, I'm throwing. Why'd you give up so easily? What like, you're telling me life hasn't gone your way and you decided to just give up? Where's your pride? Where's your, what's your determination? Like, to give up and just throw, and especially when it's like something out of your control. Like, I feel like, first of all, I need to start saying like, no more likes in this video. If you want to like the video though, you know what I mean? But I understand it's annoying when a teammate bans a character you want to play, won't switch to something that you think would be more beneficial to the team. You know, maybe is a little toxic themselves. But why does that make you go, okay, you're losing, or you're losing in your head, I must make everyone else lose? You know what I mean? That's a lose. We want win-wins. I want win-wins. I want 2 wins, double wins. 2 L's don't make a win in this situation. And it's just really sad. I really don't get it. Like, you're telling, I said no more likes, and I said, oh well. But you're telling me, right, I'm going to use a game I played the other day. I was playing League of Legends, right, the other day. So as I do, I was playing with some of my friends, and I was playing jungle. And I'd like to confidently say I was playing pretty well in jungle, okay? Like, I dropped 30. I diffed the enemy jungle greatly. I was pressuring a lot of lanes. Only lane I couldn't pressure was bot. And that's because every time I got to bot, they just boom. Or boom, they just explode. I can't really do anything against that. I can't really do anything about that. If every time I'm at bot lane, they're pushed in, or I come to bot lane and you guys are on like 1 health and they're full, I can't really do anything to help you. Keep in mind, at this point, my support is going, yo, my jungle's shit, my jungle's AFK, my jungle's the worst person in the world. Keep in mind, at this point, I'm up like 10 kills, 1 death, like, their jungle's got no kills, like 2 assists. Like, we're gonna win the game, you know what I mean? But instead of just taking your personal L and then taking a W later on, you would rather subject your team to torture, take my camps, do nothing, engage, start battles, and then walk away, and then blame everyone else. Does that not get tiring? Blaming everyone else for your shortcomings, does that not get tiring? Does that not get exhausting? Like, at the very least, like, at that point, just leave the game, no? I would rather you complain and be like, I'm not feeling it, I'm gonna head off, and then just leave the game, then in, or throw and, put me behind, take my camps and in, and, trick the rest of our team into fighting when we're not fighting. Keep in mind, the people I was playing with, one of the people I was playing with, they were the ADC, and they were suffering too. But they were like, cool, listen, I'm going to take my L now, I'm going to get stronger later. That's how, I like that. I'm sorry I couldn't really be impactful as I wanted to, but I don't have the opportunity to. Granted, you've taken your situation and you're controlling what you can. I like that. I love that. But our support that's it. They just gave up. And I just want to know if there's any inters out there, anybody that consistently ints or anyone that consistently throws. I'm going to use the terminology throwing for now. Everybody knows what throwing is, but anyone that consistently throws games or just decides to, when things are not going their way or people are not playing to up to par, the exact way they feel like people should be playing. I want to know, people, like, what goes through your mind? Because I'm not angry. I do think it's a bit of loser behavior, if I'm being very honest, but maybe there's something I'm missing. If there is an aspect of this I can, intervene with, right? Or like there's something that happens, or there's a usual trigger when it comes to this, and I, in my power, can prevent that. Trust me, I will. Like, you winning is me winning. We're on the same team. Anything that benefits you will benefit me. We're on the same team. You loaded up, signed Q, and played a team-based game. And you played the most team-based role in the game, which is support. You played the support role in the game, in the team game, in the game where we, 5 random people, have to work together as a team to beat the enemy team, who are also potentially 5 random people. You know what I mean? So during that whole sequence, what about that goes, I'm personally losing. I'm personally not getting what I want. I'm personally not doing the best. So that means my whole team needs to suffer. I don't see the correlation there. Don't get twisted. And I'm sure we've all had those games where we're just not doing the best or not performing well. But I've never sat there and gone, I'm not doing good, or this person made a couple mistakes that got me killed or ruined my game. I'm not going to sit there and go, okay, well, because that happened, no one gets to play the game now. I'm holding you guys hostage. We're going to lose. No, if anything, the opposite happens. When I'm in a situation where I've been given the short stick and, there's not very much options, I'm down in, we could use many games as an example. I'm not getting as much healing in Overwatch, or I'm dying too quickly as a tank in Overwatch. Or I don't have I don't have a lot of CS in League, or I can't get my ult off in Marvel Rivals or something. That makes me, as a player, want to play better. That will make me, as a player, look at my situation, see what's going on, and go, how can I come out on top? I don't understand, and I really want to, so I can, potentially maybe even stop it or slow it down. But I don't understand. You made a mistake. I'm going to type in all chat, or I'm going to say in on VC, I want to talk to you on the team chat, right? I'm going to be toxic. I'm going to call you out. And if you don't listen to me, because obviously I'm the main character, then we all lose. And I'm going to make sure that happens. Not even we all lose because we're going to lose. we're all going to lose because by fire, by force, I'm going to make sure we lose. I don't get it. And I would like to understand. I'd really like to understand because it just makes no sense to me. Why does your performance, why does your enjoyment of the game have to impact everybody else's on the team? Keep in mind, you're playing a team game. You're not the main character. You are equally as important as everyone else on the team, or it wouldn't be a team game. That's how it works. So just because one person is not being able to do their part as well as we'd like them to, for example, as a team, it just means we just got to pull more. It doesn't mean you stop doing stuff altogether. That's a lose-lose. We don't like lose-losing. We want to win-win. Because if you could do good, or I could do something in my power, for example, supporting you in a way that you would like, switching character, doing anything in my power to help you perform better will make you happier, therefore making us happier. You see what I'm saying? But instead you're like, GG, enjoy the loss. That makes no sense to me. I like, for example, I'm going to pull up one of the games I had recently, right? I want to pull up one of the games I had recently. I was playing League of Legends. I was just talking about this. Playing League of Legends. I was doing really well in the game. I couldn't come bot lane. And I know a lot of jungle players will ruin me. I don't main jungle. But one thing I do know about jungle is if a lane is losing, leave that lane alone. Especially if the lane is hard losing, there's nothing I can... If I go to that lane that's hard losing, all I'm going to do is give the enemy an opportunity to get even more kills, which is a lose-lose for us. The enemy gets stronger, we get weaker. We don't want that to happen. Let me show you the scoreboard of this game. I'm going to put it on the screen soon, or it should be on the screen now. I don't know when it's going to be on the screen. But as you can see, it says defeat. I went 30-8, okay? Playing out my mind, doing my absolute best, okay? I went 30-8. I diffed the enemy jungler. Look at the gold difference. I had OBJs. I was ganking lanes. I just couldn't really put as much pressure on the bot lane as I'd like to because the bot lane was fed. Keep in mind, Yonara probably had 6 kills, 10, 15-ish minutes in, right? And my support right here is typing in all chat, my jungle's terrible. I hate my jungle. Look how terrible my jungle is. I'm throwing the game. Shit, people. But why not just keep playing the game? Like, one thing she was even doing was when she realized, like, oh, like, nothing is going my way, she would walk in, paying that she's going in, start the fight when we're all in, and then leave. She wouldn't even recall. She'd just walk back to base. Like, it's so weird, and I don't understand the mindset or the concept behind it. Why put yourself in a position where we're guaranteed to lose when you could just fire out anyway and we could potentially come out with a win? The game is not all... Like, one thing a lot of people need to realize, especially in these team-based games, until it says defeat or victory on your screen, the game is not over. Until you have actively lost or actively won, the game is not over. People make stupid decisions. People make good plays. Why throw the game? Why say it? And then why say it as well? Because not only are you doing bad by, you know, throwing the game, but now you've just ruined everyone's mentality as well. I don't get it. I don't get it. You want to sit there for what, 30 minutes? Complaining, bitching, being sad and being miserable? At that point, I'd rather you just leave the game, no? It makes no sense to me. I had 23k gold. More than anyone on their team. More than anyone on my team. If she just played, I could have probably carried. And I wasn't even playing. I don't even mean that in a, look at me, I'm the main character. Look at me, like, I can carry you guys. But it's more like, granted, I didn't help you in the way you wanted me to, but you also didn't allow me to help you in the way you wanted me to. I can't do nothing as a jungle when you have pushed up the wave, you're both on half health, and the enemy is on full health under their tower. I can't do anything. I can't. And that's just the way it is. And even if you just played, like, even if you just communicated to me, like, not nicely, but, hey, jungle, we're suffering down here. Do you think we could maybe get like a gank or two, or hey, we're going to stay on the tower for a bit. You think you could relieve some pressure off of us? I could do that. But if I come bot lane and every time I come bot lane, you're fighting and you're getting angry at me for not helping when I've got 30 kills and I'm basically popping everywhere around the map. Okay. I'm taking all my camps. I'm taking all the Viego's camps. Okay. I was full build before Viego had 3 items. And we still lost. Because one person in the team-based game didn't want to be a team player. And I don't understand that. Marvel Rivals is a team-based game. Overwatch is a team-based game. League of Legends is a team-based game. I've mentioned those 3 because those are the 3 games I probably play the most at this current moment in time. And they're all team-based games. You have a role and you have a way to execute your role. And your whole job during that game is to execute your role while also supporting your teammates, even if you're not a support, supporting your teammates in ways your role fits. For example, being a tank and taking space and alleviating pressure off your team, being a DPS and doing damage for your team and killing people, being a support and not necessarily just healing, but helping your teammates get out of sticky situations or even just being an extra body in a situation. But instead of being a team player, you want to throw. But why play the team? You see what I'm saying? Why play the team-based game if you're not going to be a team player? I'm sorry to break it to you. You're not the main character. No one is. If you were the main character, you'd be playing a single-player game. Single-player games do rock, by the way. I don't want to hear no disrespect. Single-player games be gas, bro. They be tough. But if you wanted to be the main character and everything be about you and you only, why not play single-player? Why not play a more solo-focused multiplayer game? Like a Battle Royale or like an extraction shooter or some sort. You can get that aspect of it's me and me alone against the world and still pop off. And no one else is there to blame apart from you. Or if you want to blame the meta, certain weapons, certain people, certain characters, certain items, go ahead. But when you start blaming your teammates, there's an issue because one thing I've noticed about a lot of these communities, heavily on League and Rivals, right? Everyone complains about their teammates being terrible. But everyone does it. So who is the terrible teammates? Because if everybody complains about the teammates being terrible and we're all playing with each other, who's the terrible ones? Someone's got to be lying. Someone's got to be lying. I just don't get it. Because again, when I'm in a situation like that, I want to prove myself. I want to show that I'm worth it. I can pull, even if I have a terrible beginning, I can still pull off and finish with a good finish. But some of you, I feel like the mentality is just not there. You just like, oh, I'm gonna GG, game over. Like I died twice, GG, game over. I don't want to play no more. Leave the game. And I know I see the comments already. Some people are gonna say it's not that deep. It's a game. I understand that it's not that deep. So what? Let me ask you a question then. Let's say you're playing a game and something happens to you don't like. You're playing the game you choose to play on your device of choice, in your place of residence, in your safe spot at the time you're choosing. Everything is in your control. What you're playing is in your control. How you're playing is in your control. Everything's in your control, right? You choose, okay? Let me make this very clear. You chose to play the team-based game. You chose to log on to Marvel Rivals. You chose to play League. You chose to play Overwatch. You know what type of game they are. You went in and decided because someone in your team is not doing the exact thing you told them to do, even though the rest of the team is disagreeing with you, you're going to throw the game now and everyone loses. That's a lose-lose. Why? I really want to understand because it makes no sense to me. Why? Oh, I did bad, so we must lose. Why? I want to win. I always want to win. It makes no sense to me, man. The moral of this waffling is just to never give up, bro. No matter what's going on, no matter what's being convoluted or shown, just why give up until the game's over? The game's not over. You know, like just keep playing. If it gets that bad, turn off all. Like I feel like a lot of people, and I don't even mean on these free games in particular, I just mean on the internet in general. A lot of people would benefit if they would just turn off comments. Turn off comments, turn off all chat, turn off VC, just play the game. A lot of you would mentally benefit. And I think a lot of you as well need time away from the internet. It's very, very sad that the way some of you guys move and the way some of you guys speak online, because it's like you are at a device, you can, even mid-game, you could get up mid-game and leave your room, leave your living room, leave the PC and be fine and keep your mental intact. Turn it off. Go outside. Go for a walk. Get some fresh air. Go make a meal. Go to the gym. Do anything other than sit there and be sad. It makes no sense to me. I really want to understand it, but I just can't. I don't know, man. I don't know. Why int? Why throw games? Especially when you're typing, like, especially when it's like, oh, you didn't do this, so I'm gonna throw. Don't get to like I've been in a couple situations, right? I mostly play Doom, right? Overwatch, my most played character is Doom. Well, I don't think he's actually my most played character. But he's my main. He's my main is Doomfist. I've had a couple games where people, I'm what rank am I? I think right now I'm Diamond. But I usually play in like the higher plat to lower diamond range. So I guess that would be emerald as well. But I'm usually in that bracket somewhere. So you can kind of get the theme of players I play with. I loaded into a game and this Mercy one trick, right? Of course it was a Mercy one trick, right? But this Mercy one trick ban was her first. She didn't want to ban anyone else. She just wanted to ban Doomfist. I selected Doomfist as the character I was going to play. And I said, hey, don't ban Doom. Like, I want to play Doom. You know what the Mercy's response was? Oh, 2 games ago, I played with a Doom and he was shit. So no one gets to play Doom. And then the rest of the team backed him up. I was just like, okay. But instead of inting, instead of going GG, instead of going, oh, like, I'm leaving the game, I was just like, cool, like, you man could be sad and do that. I'll just play another character. It's not that deep. It's just a game, right? I'll just play another character. So tell me why this Mercy's died one time because she tried to go for a res in front of the entire enemy. She switches to Moira, we lose the game, and she goes, everyone's shit, look at my stats. Now, I need to say another thing about games. Stats do not tell the whole story of the game. I'm looking at you, Moira players, especially you, Moira players. Oh, I'm looking at you, Moira players. I'm looking at you. Stats do not tell the game. Did you know when you damage someone, you heal yourself? So that healing stat, yeah, it's inflated. Yeah, it's inflated, mate. I'm actually doing a lot of healing. You're just healing yourself. You need to heal more. She's a support, but you should still heal more. You can only damage or heal. You should probably heal and damage and not just damage. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, enough about Moira players because I don't like Moira players. It was just weird. She finished the game. She had the most healing, granted, but all the rest of her stats were, she had 10 deaths, no assists, she had no kills, no damage mitigated. The only stat she did well in was healing, and she was playing Moira. And she went, I did so much that game. You guys suck. Avoid all his teammates. She started, and even we only lost because in the second round she started throwing and was just throwing orbs and spawn. It's so weird. I don't get it. Why? Like, is that not more boring as well to not play the game rather than to play the game? Like, what you guys are doing? Like, imagine this IRL. Let me run this. You guys only, I feel like a lot of you guys only throw games because you're behind the screen. Imagine this real life, yeah? You're playing football, yeah? You're playing football, okay? Everyone's kicking the ball around. Your goalie accidentally lets in on goal. You're a defender, so what do? You go stand in the corner and you start doing push-ups. Everyone is going to look at you like, what's wrong with you? But because you're behind the screen, it's okay? Man. I don't know. I just wanted to just let out some frustration and just talk about something as well. This is, I guess, a new series I'm doing, waffling. Whenever stuff goes wrong or I need to let out some frustration, I'm just going to waffle to you guys and hope you guys want to listen. I should also preference and state that, I should state that the gameplay in the background has, apart from the screenshot I showed the league game, has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. It's just clips I had laying around and I was like, I'll just throw them in the video so you could have something to look at, you know? But guys, don't throw games. Really, don't throw. I think I can speak for everyone. I'd rather you just leave the game. So after like a bit, we can all just leave without any penalty. Or you just keep playing. Even if you're not playing at your best, just keep playing the game. You know what I mean? I really don't get into this. If someone consistently throws games, yeah, and I'm like, I really want to discuss this. I want to understand your mindset. I want to understand why you result to throwing games when something doesn't go your way. Because to me, and I don't even, it is an insult. It's very childish and like loser behavior. Oh, wow, I haven't got my way. No one's going to get their way then. It doesn't really make sense to me, but maybe there's something I'm missing. Maybe I'm being bigoted. Maybe because I'm on that never FF mentality because that is my mentality. I feel like, again, until the game has actually been won or lost, the game is never won or lost, okay? I truly believe that, and I believe that in every scenario, in every game, because people can always make mistakes and you can always play better. You can always do more. But that's just my mindset. That's just my vision. Maybe your vision is different. Maybe you see a different vision. Maybe you can see when games are lost and I can't. But I feel like it's just infinitely better to keep playing and to keep pushing even when there's nothing to push and play for, because it shows more about, you never know. You never know. Anyway, I don't know when this is going to come up. I'm recording this on the 20th of August. I had 5 videos I wanted to edit and upload just to find out that none of them have my audio in them. Woo, my headset's also broken, so I need to get a new one indeed. But yeah, that was it. That was me waffling for like 30 minutes. I hope you enjoyed. Everyone get their hands together. Come on. We like here with good things. Dynasty. Oh, that never gets old. I'm deflated, man. I'm actually deflated. I've been troubleshooting all day. It's like what, 8 o'clock now. I started recording, trying to edit like 10. Try to recover all my. It's started at 10 a.m. It's now 8. It's wow. You know, just don't give up, guys. Honestly, don't give up. No matter how hard life gets, there is actually always greener grass on a side. It might not be the other side, but there is a side with greener grass. And things have to get bad for things to get good. You see what I'm saying? All right, Dynast and Dynast. Have a lovely day. Dynast.